wanted to be like, are you here for the YouTube thing?
That's what Jen did. Except, I know
yeah, I know. And I'm like, I know that.
I'm relying on your love, and can you let me some, so that if I'm left with nothing at the bottom.
Yep, and then also, before you keep going, it sounds good. The only thing he does is present tense, and you've had past tense before as well. So what we'll do, highlight all of the funny tenses, whatever's there's. So for example, let's say you've got mostly present tense, because you only have half an hour to correct things, right? Because it's due at 12. Only, like, try and correct the ones that, if there's the less corrections to do in past, change those. If there's less in present, change those, if that makes any sense.
People care, someone not need if I'm running thin on my luck and falling so behind.
So here we have 4 dice, right? Clock, chat bubble, right? There's like different pictures on all the dice, right? Basically the way it works, you roll the dice, you get a bunch of pictures. So you have a house, we have a TP, I, and a B. You have, everyone basically has, call it, let's say, we'll say 2-3 minutes to think through a story they're gonna make with these dice, using as much French as possible. If you can't do it in French, no worries. Do it in English, and we'll go through some of the, at least some of the key vocab they would have needed to tell in French.
I know. I saw you over there when we were building the answers, and I wanted to be like, are you here for the YouTube thing?
That's what Jen did. Except, I know
yeah, I know. And I'm like, I know that one. I saw JG.
Okay, so I had somewhat recognized you from his videos.
Oh, yes.
And I wasn't sure. I'm like,
yeah.
Just yell Jill.
Okay.
Already, Jill. Vlog. So, and I'm being vlog bombed.
It's bad. When you're in Alberta, you sort of learn French in a very, very half version, and then after that, it's good luck.
Toronto, same thing. Mississauga, yeah.
Are you from Toronto?
Yeah, originally from
Nice.
there, so.
That's crazy. And then you go online to learn it and realize that Quebec French and Parisian French are totally different, but everyone teaches Parisian French.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In French immersion in Calgary, most schools do the opposite. They do Quebec French.
That's good.
yeah, it was.
That's the way it should be. If you're
Could be.
Canada.
And what's funny, though, that's such a debatable topic, because a lot of people think the complete opposite. The challenge you have is that, like, for example, you'll say things and they'll be like, I just laugh at you because the word you used is not the word that, you know, is correct or whatever. Or they'll be like, what's that? What does that mean?
Yeah, I was just talking to a woman about this yesterday. She is Welsh, and she said the #1 word that people get mixed up with is rubber. You know,
yeah.
a rubber,
Yeah.
eraser, but everybody just goes.
Yeah.
Initial reaction? Is that a reaction of fear or enjoyment?
Both.
Or fear
And
of
also just like so many cameras. It's so beautiful.
To you, so I'm holding on to you, to you, to you. Had a good day until I thought of you.
If you can help me guess it and get me to guess it, you get a point per word. And then vice versa, you'll show me. I don't even care what hats you have, it doesn't really matter.
Close them and hope that it ends. You said you'd be here forever, but I didn't think you meant friends. Scroll through your phone when you slept in.
The major thing that's really helped me for really any language I've learned, especially Chinese, is to literally have like the lyrics on my phone as I listen to a song and to follow along what's going on and to look up the words and phrases, things like that I don't know. I find it's a good way to learn vocabulary, and it's also very reinforced because every time I hear the song, I'm going to hear that new vocabulary and it just reinforces that in my brain. So it's been a good hack for me that I've really enjoyed.
Day until I thought of you. The grass isn't so green from my cloudy point of view. I can't see the bright side.
So do you really like Chinese food? Like when you were in Beijing, you must have...
Yeah, I'm vegetarian.
Yeah. Oh, you're vegetarian, so it was perfect. You can find, there's a lot that you can eat vegetarian.
It's really interesting for me to see just how competitive I get at these kinds of group events. Like literally, I had the Chinese one. I want to be better at Chinese than all the other people there. And what's interesting is that for me, an ideal learning environment is to be surrounded by people who are a little bit better than me at the language that I'm learning, and who are consistently improving. Because what that does is that as I improve, my classmates or the people around me are improving, that's going to keep pushing me to want to beat you. And so that's why I like to travel abroad a lot, right? Because I'm surrounded by native speakers who are a lot better than me. And often I'm surrounded by language learners too. And I will even compete, this is so messed up guys, but I will compete with native speakers. I'll be like, yeah, I want to be better than the native speaker, which makes absolutely no sense. And yet for me, it just helps. It helps to compete with someone, especially if they're better than me. It's just a lot of fun for me and is a really big motivator.
The grass isn't so green from a cloudy point of view. I can't see the bright side, been so dark since you moved.